Greetings Diecast Racing Fans, Sharky here, and welcome back to the final episode, to episode 6 of our Hot Fuzz head-to-head league. One car only that I could have brought tonight, which is my Aston Martin Vulcan. Because unfortunately, we're not at Vulcan Raceway this time, although we might get back there in a few weeks. After tonight, we're going to have another episode of A11 Outlaws, and then we'll look to kick off a new competition. Anyway, last week we had a lot of very interesting racing. We had a lot of changes in position, and it left one man standing at the top. That man, Cuboid, in his Subaru Impreza. He's at it again. He's currently 6-2. Hot on his heels, there are 3 people. The Commish in the BMW M3, 5-3. Hakari Rin in the Skyline 2000, also 5-3. And James Stirling, all the way from Australia, in the Nissan 300ZX, also 5-3. There are 3 on 4-4, which is Moose in the Hudson Hornet, Juicy J in the IROC Firebird, and Jack Diamond in the M5 Police. So any of those 7 could potentially win this competition. The 3 that don't stand a chance of winning, because they don't have enough wins currently under their belt. Tika J in the Chevy Caprice, 3-5. Mason Storm in the Camaro SS, 2-6. And Andretti in the Fiat 500, 2-6. That being said, let's get on with the draw and see how tonight is going to shake down. So here we go for the episode 6 draw. So this should be the last episode in the Hot Fuzz. And we may get an extra race this time, because if positions 1 and 2 are tied up at the end, then there will be an extra race to decide position 1. So left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane, left lane, and right lane, and that concludes the first half of the final draw. Into the second set. Left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane, and the final race will be between left lane and right lane, as always, funnily enough. My jokes get worse. You can tell I'm a dad, can't you? Right, so starting off the episode, we have Car I versus Car B. Car I is Hakari Rin in the 1973 Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. Hakari Rin is the tuning specialist at Raven Customs. And he's up against Car B, which is Tika J in the 94 Chevy Caprice. So we've then got Car E versus Car A, Car D versus Car H, Car G versus Car F, Car J versus Car C, completing the first half of the draw. Second half of the draw is Car D versus Car C. So back-to-back races there for Car C, both on the right lane. Car G versus Car J. Car I versus Car F. Car B versus Car H. And finally, finishing off with Car A versus Car E. Car A is Moose in the 51 Hudson Hornet, and Car E is Andretti in the 07 Fiat 500. That concludes the draw for episode 6, which is the last episode of the Hot Fuzz competition. Let's see how it rocks out. Now with the draw done, we'll have a look at the track. Flying Fenman is yet again down at the finish line as our finish line marshal. Track support team is ready. Our sponsors, the BERCC, thank you very much. John at Modelmatic. Tomley RC. And there's Cuboid's previous winning car, or one of two of them, because he's won twice before. Sitting there waiting to get replaced, which will happen after today's racing. The rest of the sponsors, Raven Customs, thank you very much, Keldon Raven. And finally, the man himself, Mr. Cuboid at 4 Cubed Racing. Funny how they are the sponsor for this episode and he might be winning his 3rd championship. We shall have to see. Anyway, let's get the camera set up to view the racing action. I need to get the Aston Martin moved and get myself out the way, and let's get down to it. Okay, here we go. First race up tonight is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Hakari Rin in the red Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. He's on the left hand line. And then the up and coming, it is the Chevy Caprice of Tika J is on the other lane. So the red car is going down the left, the sky blue car is going down the right. Nice cut in front there by Hakari for a nice win. Here we go for race 2. On race 2, on the left hand side we have got Dretty in the blue Fiat 500, and on the right hand side we have got Moose in the Hudson Hornet. And there we go. Oh, nearly. Dretty nearly whiffed it towards the end there, but Dretty gets the win. Race 3. We have got, on the left hand side, we have got Mason Storm in the Camaro SS. On the right hand side, we have got Jack Diamond in the BMW M5. The white car is the Camaro SS. The silver car is the BMW M5. And the M5 gets a clear win there after a little bit of drifting action there from Mason Storm to pull up by the Raven Customs banner. So, just like earlier when Hakari Rin raced and won to maintain his chance to win overall, because he's now 6-3. Cuboid is 6-2. If he loses this time, he's 6-3, the same as Hakari is. And if the wonderful Mr. Commish wins his BMW M3, he's also on 6-3. So, if the BMW wins, then it really opens up this case. The BMW M3 of the Commish is on the left hand side. On the right hand side we've got Cuboid in the silver Subaru. We had a little bit of a problem there at the start line. I see that Cuboid has got all the way down. I'm going to speak to the marshals. Okay folks, I know this is going to be controversial and I know Cuboid's not going to be happy about this unless he wins again, but the marshals have said that because of the issue we had with the start gate there, then we are going to rerun this race. So left hand side BMW M3, right hand side Cuboid in the silver Subaru. And it makes no difference, Cuboid gets the win and the Commish is second. If nobody beats Cuboid tonight, he's got one race in the second half. If he loses that, it opens up. If not, he's won. Right, here we go for the last race of the first half. On the left hand side is Car J, which is James Stirling in the 300ZX twin turbo. On the right is the IROC Firebird of Juicy J. So black car on the right, white car on the left. Now, to stay in contention to win this, hoping that somebody beats Cuboid in the second half, it means that James Stirling needs to win this one. So we need the white car win for this to tie things up and give him a chance to win overall. Unfortunately, the Commish is put out of contention now, unfortunately. So it looks like it's either going to be James Stirling, Hakari Rin, or Cuboid to win. Oh, and look at that. The IROC gets the win and James Stirling whiffs it and goes through in reverse, which means it's going to be between Cuboid and Hakari Rin to see who wins. Because as I say, the winner there was the IROC. Okay, race 6. The IROC's hot lapping. So the IROC is on the right, the Camaro SS on the left. So that's the Camaro SS of Mason Storm and the IROC Firebird of Juicy J. Black one is the IROC, the white one is the Camaro SS. And the IROC gets all the way down for the win. Camaro SS pulls up to have a look at the champion's previous champion and have a chat with Tommy RC by the looks of things. So the draws tend to do this to us, make it interesting. The next 2 races will decide the outcome of tonight's racing and the league overall and who wins. As it stands, race 7, we have car G, which is the Commish and the BMW M3, versus car J, which is James Stirling in the 300ZX. They both lost once already tonight, but they both started out in joint second position. Whoever is going to get this will get position 3. So this is for the bronze medal position. Both the white cars. The BMW M3 is on the left. The Nissan 300ZX is on the right. Good luck, drivers. Nice clear win there for James Stirling in the Nissan 300ZX all the way from Australia. The Commish from America will get 4th. The 3rd place one will be the Nissan 300. There is a chance there could be a tie-up, but I think at the moment that's set positioning. So, race 8. This one decides the league, decides the championship. Hakari Rin, the challenger. He needs to beat Cuboid this time. If he beats Cuboid, it ties it all up and forces a final deciding race after we've had the next 2 races after this. If Cuboid wins, Cuboid is position 1, Hakari Rin is position 2, James Stirling position 3, the Commish position 4. Let's get them up to the start line and get on with it. Championship deciding race. Red car on the left, Hakari Rin. Silver car on the right, Cuboid. 3, 2, 1, race. And Hakari Rin's got in the front. Hakari Rin's got in the front. He's tied it up. He's forced it to a final decider. Well done, Hakari. So with Hakari tying it up, so they're both, him and Cuboid are 6 and 3. Let's get the rest of the races out of the way. Next up, we've got car B, which is Tika J in the Chevy Caprice, versus car H, which is Jack Diamond in the BMW M5 Police. The sky blue one on the left is the Chevy. The silver one on the right with the green is the M5. And that was a win by the M5, although the Chevy Caprice has gone back to its old habits and pulled up part way down. So here we go for the last of tonight's standard 10 league races before we go to the head-to-head decider between Hakari Rin and Cuboid. And this is actually the reverse of race 2, because this time on the left as opposed to the right we've got the white Hudson Hornet of Moose, and on the right as opposed to the left is the blue Fiat 500 of Dretty. First race, it was E, which was Dretty, that won. Can Moose in the Hudson Hornet get his own back? And the answer is no. He's pulled up before we got to the start line and Dretty gets the win. Off camera there has been a gentleman's agreement between Cuboid and Hakari Rin to decide, rather than flipping a coin or anything like that. Hakari said, well, I beat you on one lane, let's switch lanes to see whether it's that lane that's faster or whether I am faster. And Cuboid went, go on then. Anyway, this is the decider. This decides who wins the league. On the left hand side is the silver Subaru Impreza of Cuboid. On the right hand side is the red Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR of Hakari Rin. I'm really looking forward to this. I can't pick a winner. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to go down to the comments section, having paused the video, and comment who you think is going to win this race. Hopefully everyone's back. And in 3, 2, 1, race. Hakari's got the lead. Hakari's got the lead and Hakari's taking it on the line. Wow. I did not see that coming. Congratulations to Hakari Rin. Commiserations to Cuboid. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle. Well, that concludes it. That's the end of the Hot Fuzz head-to-head league. First, deservedly, after an amazing set of racing, taking it to the deciding 11th race, was Hakari Rin in the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. 2-0 tonight, 7-3 in the main comp and 8-3 in the decider. Second was Mr. Cuboid, who's hanging out by his winning car as opposed to the one that didn't win tonight. Oh, and look, there's his other championship winning car because he's a track sponsor. The Subaru tonight was 1-1, which took him to 7-3 in the standard comp and 7-4 in the decider. Obviously Hakari Rin works for one of our other track sponsors, Raven Customs. Now, looking at the rest of the cars. Got 3 cars tied for 3rd place. I didn't realise this until now. So, we've got Juicy J in the IROC Firebird, 2-0 tonight for 6-4. Got Jack Diamond in the BMW M5 Police, 2-0 tonight for 6-4 overall. And we've got James Stirling in the Nissan 300 ZX Twin Turbo, 1-1 tonight to take it to 6-4. Probably the most unhappy man in this competition. I don't think he's really that grumpy, he just doesn't like losing. And that's the Commish in the BMW M3. 0-2 tonight to take him to 5-5 overall. Twinned up. In 7th place we have jointly Moose in the white Hudson Hornet and Dretty in the blue Fiat 500. Moose was 0-2 tonight to take him to 4-6 overall. Dretty was 2 and 0 tonight to take him to 4 and 6. In 9th, got Tika J in the Chevy Caprice. Lost both races tonight, 0 and 2, to take it to 3 and 7 overall. And finally, the Wooden Spoon. Mason Storm, 0 and 2 tonight to take him to 2 and 8 overall. So that concludes tonight's episode 6, the grand final of the Hot Fuzz Head-to-Head Racing League. Tomorrow, you will find on the UK 164 scale Diecast Racing Group the announcement about the next race. You'll be able to sign up to become drivers. And next week you will have an episode of A11 Outlaws. So I hope you all enjoy that. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to go down and drop me a comment. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so and stick the notification bell on. And I'll catch you all next time.